All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, welcome back.
Today, we are headed to Paris.
Ooh, la la la.
That's right. And we're looking at a couple of Parisian icons,
Okay.
the Eiffel Tower
All right.
and the Louvre Museum.
The Louvre.
Now, I'll be honest with you, the source material we're looking at today is a little bit thin on the ground,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
Sure.
Because, we can still have a good discussion.
Absolutely.
We can still sort of spark our curiosity
Right.
and give us some jumping off points
Jumping off points. I love that.
to learn more about these places.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it interesting how we've got these two landmarks from
Yeah.
totally different
Eras.
eras? Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the Eiffel Tower, which is this
Yeah.
monument to modernity and progress and industry.
Yeah, very much like the industrial age. You
Yeah.
know, like a big iron
it's like almost like a big middle finger to the past in a way.
Kind of. Yeah, it's just like, look at what we can do now. You know, and then you've got the Louvre, which is like,
Centuries.
centuries old, this like, bastion of tradition and, French history and art and culture.
It's this amazing juxtaposition right there in the heart of Paris.
Absolutely. And, it kind of speaks to, I think, the idea of Paris as a whole,
Right.
like being this blend of old and new. It's not afraid to embrace the future, but it's also incredibly proud of its past.
Yeah, speaking of the Eiffel Tower,
Yes.
it's kind of hard to believe, but, it wasn't always this, universally loved.
Oh, it's incredibly controversial.
It was, right?
Incredibly controversial when it was first built.
I mean, imagine being there,
Oh, I can't even imagine.
like in the late 19th century.
Like, they had nothing taller than like a church steeple really before that, and suddenly there's this like,
This massive.
massive iron structure
Yeah.
dominating the skyline. People hated it. They were like petitioning to tear it down.
And now it's like the symbol of Paris.
I know, it's so funny how these things change.
I mean, can you imagine Paris without the Eiffel Tower now?
No, it's just like,
It's unthinkable, right?
yeah, it's like the quintessential Parisian landmark.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny how that happens, right? Like
Wow.
things that are so controversial in their own time become these like beloved icons.
I know. Like, can you think of any other examples of that?
Well, I mean, what about like the glass pyramid at the Louvre?
Oh, yeah.
Like when that was first built, people were like,
Freaking out.
what have they done
Yeah.
to our beautiful Louvre?
Yeah, like this modern monstrosity. They've stuck it in front of this historic building.
Yes, and now it's like a beloved part of the museum.
Yeah. It's the main entrance.
Yeah, everybody takes their picture.
Selfie central.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so interesting
It is.
how these like perspectives
Totally.
shift
Yeah.
over time.
Well, and the Louvre itself.
Oh my goodness, the Louvre is incredible.
It's so massive, right?
You could spend a lifetime in there and still not see everything.
Absolutely. And, just thinking about,
Yeah.
For people who have never been to the
Yeah.
Louvre, I mean, where would you even tell people to start?
Okay, so if you're a first-time visitor to the Louvre,
Mm-hmm.
I would say head to the Denon Wing.
The Denon Wing.
Yeah, it's where all the like,
The big hitters are?
yeah, the real like blockbuster masterpieces, like the Mona Lisa,
Oh, of course.
the Venus de Milo,
Yeah.
all the big names.
The ones that everybody knows.
Exactly, that you've seen like a million times,
Yeah.
reproduced on posters and postcards and everything.
Yeah.
They're all there in the Denon Wing.
Okay, cool.
But
Yeah.
don't just stick to the big names.
Yeah.
Like there's so much else to see in the Louvre.
Oh, yeah.
Wander through the different wings,
Right.
get lost in the different periods and styles.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. And just thinking back to the Eiffel Tower and how our opinions about things can change.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true of everything in life, right?
Absolutely.
Like, think about
yeah.
music or art or
Movies.
movies. Yeah.
Or even like, food.
Food. Yeah, for sure.
Like, when you're a kid, there's certain foods you just won't eat.
right.
And then like as you get older, you're like, oh, actually this is delicious.
right.
What was I thinking?
Or even people, right?
Ooh, yeah, people for
Like people that you maybe didn't get along with
Yeah.
when you were younger
Or first impressions,
just first impressions. Yeah.
Like you meet someone and you're like, ugh.
yeah.
And then like you get to know them and you're like,
Yeah. They're
"Nah."
actually, they're awesome.
Awesome.
It's so funny.
Yeah. It's a good reminder to keep an open mind about things.
That's
You never know what you might discover.
Exactly.
Yeah. So speaking of discovering things.
Yes.
You've sort of set me up here
I have.
perfectly to ask our listeners
a question.
Okay.
If you could only pick one to visit,
Ooh, that's a tough one.
would you scale the Eiffel Tower for that panoramic view of the city? Or would you get lost in the artistic labyrinth of the Louvre?
Ooh. What would you choose?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I know it's like choosing between,
Right.
like, you know, a breathtaking spectacle
Yeah.
and a journey through history.
Yes. It's like a
Feast for the senses.
for the senses, yeah.
Versus a feast for the
Soul. Oh, wow, that's really poetic.
I try.
So listeners, I mean, let us know what you would pick.
Yeah, head over to social media. Tell us your choice.
Let's keep this conversation going.
Yeah, use the hashtag Parisian pick.
I love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we've only just scratched the surface here.
Yeah, this is just a little taste of Paris.
A little amuse-bouche
Ooh, I like that.
to whet your appetite.
To whet your appetite for more.
Yeah, so go out there, explore.
Yeah, do your own deep dives
Do your own deep dives.
into these amazing Parisian landmarks.
You never know what you might discover.
You never know.
All right, thanks for joining us for this quick trip to Paris.
Au revoir.
And we will see you next time for another deep dive.
Bye.
Bye.